Hey YouTube world, this is Brian. This is my friend Rob. Been friends since like high school. Always been into music. Sometimes the same shit, sometimes not. Um, each year we have like some similarities and something we really like. So why don't we get started? And Rob, why don't you tell everyone like kind of like your basis in music? Like, where'd you start with? What was your early shit?
I don't know. I guess I always liked Michael Jackson growing up. And then once I got a little older, I fell in love with like Third Eye Blind, Matchbox 20, kind of that pop rock stuff. And then got into a little bit heavier stuff down the road, but always, around pop rock stuff. Real instrumentation, I guess.
Um, on my end, I guess my Michael Jackson would be like the Daryl Hall or John Oates cassettes. I would rifle through, just trying to find something in my parents' house. I never really got into music hardcore until like some of my cousins were like listening to these rock bands, and I would get into them. I had MTV growing up, so that really helped. So like I'd say the first real band I got into was like Aerosmith. I like played that cassette hardcore, but it wasn't until like the '90s when I really got into groove with music. Found some Smashing Pumpkins, found a lot of like really emotional stuff, and I've been like obsessed since. Remember we discovered New Radicals together. That was one of the big ones, and
I still love them.
yeah, and I still like a lot of his bands that he mentioned like today. So basically, I could give you every period I've gone through since emo, folk, and whatever, but it's just all added up to where I'm at now, and I still really love music.
So what have you been listening to lately?
Well, this I'd say about this past month, one of my favorite groups has come out with the new CD, Sleep Token, and another one of my favorite groups, Dead Sara, came out with a new one. And one that we mutually like, Badflower, seems to be a big hit with both of us. Do you want me to start with my first one?
Yeah, or? Go for it. One thing, we're kind of music nerds, so we still like physical media.
We're dinosaurs, and look at this like glossy little thing. No cracks, Rob.
Oh boy.
So yeah, my first is a band I've been into. Is like their third official album. And I really got into them hardcore during their debut. They were like this really gritty vocal, female fronted rock band. To me, they kind of like had like a lot of like classic components, like almost like a classic rock feel to them. And like they go to like '90s, and they could rock like hard, like Rage Against the Machine. They covered them, and that's not. You can't say that about too many female-fronted bands, and they haven't changed too much throughout. Like the second one was a little more bluesier, and I really got into that. It was their third release. It's an EP, Temporary Things Taking Up Space, where they kind of started going in this more hookier, poppier direction, and I liked it alright, but it didn't really stay with me. It's not. I didn't really like the transition at first, but with this new one, Ain't It Tragic, they really seem to take some of those old elements and fuse them into something that has a lot of hooks. It's really poppy. You can sing around to it like the anthems. And it should really be the thing that's getting this group over, because once you get those melodies in your head, you can't get them out. And the singing, it's like when they first came out, like I said, they were really hard into it. It's almost like you would think she would lose her voice after a song. Now they kind of integrate that better, and now it's just they punctuate at the right moments. And the only thing I'd say is really missing, and I'm a sucker for this, is like some of the power ballads from like the first one, and even it kind of into the second one. It just gave me like chills and made my hair stand up on my arms. They don't really have that here. The closest to a power ballad might be like their song "Lovers Stay Wild," but that's still not really too much in that wheelhouse. But if you like this group before, or if you haven't heard, if you like some really good female fronted bands, I'd really check this new one out by them. And I know I didn't go too much into the songs, but I think I should let you do your next one before I go off.
I guess the first one I'll pick is actually been listening to Daughtry lately. His newest album, their newest album. Some of the songs I really like are the singles, World on Fire, Heavy as a Crown. Also really like Break Into My Heart, which is, a pretty nice piano ballad. I think Chris Daughtry has an awesome voice, so I've been really getting into this quite a bit. The only thing I wish with most of his albums, I wish the songs varied a little bit more, but this album is a little bit heavier and harder than his past few releases, so I would say this is definitely one of his better albums.
Nice.
Take it away,
Brown. So we can both chime in on this one because pretty sure we both have this one. So a group that's on this second official release for an album, Badflower. Me and Rob both saw these guys in concert. Kind of picked up on them on our own around the same time. It sounds like Ghost and the Jester.
Yep.
What I really like about this band is it's a straightforward rock band, but they got some real like emo vibes to them. There's a lot of emotion in each song. The guy's a really excellent singer, and that's helped by, especially on this album, I think they each one they kind of picked their own theme. So each song's kind of unique what it's about, and it actually talks about something, whether you like the topic or you agree with the topic. I'll actually talk about some of my favorite songs this time. My absolute favorite is Tethered. It's about abuse towards females and stuff like that, and that's a topic that's really big today. But they really go about it in a really good way, and it's followed by Machine Gun, which is definitely a war song, and the last song about when you leave a headstone, you're never really coming home, which I know is not an exact quote, but that's really powerful, and the album's mixed with it's got a great change in tempo, so it never stays in the same place. It's got really fast paced rockers, really snotty rock songs, and they'll have these beautiful ballads, and that's simply what I like about them, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, I echo a lot of the same things. Some of my favorite songs. My favorite song off of it is She Knows, which is more of a ballad. I also really like Don't Hate Me, Family, Only Love.
Family's great.
Yeah, probably my other favorite ones. The only things I really hate, I hate how She Knows just abruptly ends, and I get what it's supposed to mean, but I just don't think it was the song to do it.
I really thought my CD was fucked up, when I played it, and I was like, what happened? Yeah. I gotta have to order another one.
And like that. And the only other thing I don't really like, some of the lyrics on this I find are super childish. And I wish that they were a little bit more mature throughout the whole thing. I don't mind some childish stuff here and there, but it's my only thing. But otherwise, I love Badflower.
So my last selection is a group called Sleep Token, and the name of the album is This Place Will Become Your Tomb. This is definitely my favorite album of the year. I've been waiting it since I discovered this band last year with their first album, Sundowning. To me, this is a band that just really emotionally resonates with me. Everything from its visual themes to its amazing vocalists to its mix of pop, electronic dance music, straight up rock. Everything about it is unique, and everything about it grabs me in a unique way. I guess I'll talk about my favorite song from it. So as an example, name of the song is Distraction. It's beautiful song that starts off these kind of discordant keys, and all of a sudden it fleshes itself out into this beautiful melodic song with these really emotional, potent lyrics. One of the lyrics that I relate to is the guy just starts chanting, "It's too late for me. It's too late for me" towards the end of the song, and it's a lot of songs that are kind of about unrequited love, and maybe even about their goddess sleep if you want to look really into it. but that section of lyrics and the music around it really grabbed me in a way that it resonates. I can't really explain it completely. And that's how a lot of songs are. There's so many different parts. It'd be easier to go down song by song breakdown, but like it can go like really really poppy like Fall for Me, and even that it's like has this like really unique section where there's like this scream and like this electronic like vocals, and it's really poppy and bright. And I could go on forever, but it's something that you should really check out and go down the rabbit hole. This band, it just grabs you and it doesn't let go, and so that's where I would end it, because otherwise it'd be going on forever. And that's my last pick.
All right. Well, the last main one I've been listening to, I have to say, is this here.
Oh.
My favorite song, Supermarket, the Supermarket song. No, I'm kidding. I have to pick on poor Jewel. Okay, so no. The last
Jewel is a national treasure, goddammit.
The last thing I've been listening to is Coldplay's new album. I should grab the one I already opened. I love the booklet in here. It's super fancy, nice setup. So I'm hit or miss with Coldplay. I'm not sure if this album's going to be a total hit yet or kind of in the middle. I definitely like most of it. Favorite songs are absolutely Higher Power and Coloratura. I love Coloratura. It's like this 10-minute kind of epic song, and I really love longer songs. I also like My Universe with, I know, BTS. I mean, some of the songs in the middle, I haven't gotten into it super yet. They're okay. The one thing I will say, I know most people are complaining about Beautiful and the vocal effects, but I don't think they're that bad, and I don't get the complaints because all the rappers use vocal effects on everything, and everybody thinks it's genius. So, why can't Coldplay do it? But that's it. So, yeah, out of these 6 albums we show you, I definitely recommend all of them. Some good stuff there.
I still need to hear that Coldplay, like more of it. I love the last album, so it's definitely something I could get into.
Yeah. All right. Close us out, bro.
Peace.
Thank you.